Okay, here's another question. X minus 1 into x minus 2 is equal to 6. It's so important to be able to recognize the difference between this question and the previous one that we just did. So we are on episode 7 of our solving for x, the quadratic equation, trying to build the kind of confidence that will basically lead to mathematical ease and distinctions galore. So x minus 1 to x minus 2 is equal to 6. Here, instead of like having a 0, we actually have a 6. So that means here we can't go ahead and move forward and apply what we call the zero factor law, because you can see there's no 0 here, there's a 6. So we can't say x minus 1 is equal to 6 or x minus 2 is equal to 6 and then solve from there. We can't, because the zero factor law only applies if there's a 0 value on the right hand side with a product of factors. So we then have to do or apply a different approach. So let us just write this as x minus 1 into x minus 2 is equal to 6. So what we do is we actually apply FOIL. We FOIL it out. So x times x is x squared. X times minus 2 is negative 2x. Minus 1 times x is negative x. And then minus 1 times negative 2 is positive 2. We transpose the 6, negative 6 equate to 0. Then we try and actually head to standard form. Negative 2x minus x is negative 3x. And then plus 2 minus 6 is negative 4, which is equal to 0. Then what we do is we apply factorization. So we can see once again back to a situation where we can see that our factor is negative. That means we are going to have what? I'm sure you know different signs, but we know that the highest factor is going to have a negative sign. Factors of 4, we can either have 4 and 1, or we can have 2 and 2. And as we can clearly see, guys, here, negative 4 plus 1, negative 2 plus 2. Which one will work? Negative 2 plus 2 leaves us to 0. We don't have a 0. The negative 4 plus 1 gives us negative 3. Seems like negative 4 and positive 1 work. We now can apply the zero factor law because we have factorized successfully. Okay, and then after that we can write down our roots by transposing the negative constant term, or x is equal to transposing the positive constant term, it becomes negative 1. So these are our roots. X is equal to 4, x is equal to negative 1. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.